teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there to get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down after a short gain there.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's incomplete. They let it high on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Tennessee, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. There's the handoff. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So it looks like the penalty will be accepted by the head coach, and the offense will pick up some yardage there. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Looking for a receiver. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. He'll hand it off. Across the 30. He's got the first down and still motoring. Here he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Important second down play coming up. A quick throw out left, complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
So the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The receiver grabs it. Football comes out. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And the completion made. They lose the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. The ball is hustled to the line to run the hurry up.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing.
Breaks into the clear. Excellent catch and run by the senior.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. The quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He finds the running back in the flat. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Big conversion there on 3rd down to the receiver. Quarterbacks love a guy that they can depend on in these kind of situations.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that run produces a decent gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense some fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the point after is right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Swarm to the pass rush, a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. The Kirk gets Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid, right down for a touchdown. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. He takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Vols. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? He's looking to scramble. In the clear at the 25. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
God, I love to see a quarterback willing to put his life on the line for his teammates. What a job here of picking up the first down, taking that big hit, and going right back to the huddle. You could see his teammates patting him on the back.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And it's a bunch formation. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking for the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac.
Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in their last possession. They test the middle there, but get nothing. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. They'll try to run for the first down. And the Volunteers looking to keep this drive moving.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Quick throw, testing the middle. A tight end makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much they would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw over the middle. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the Vols will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Looks right for a quick completion. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Try to make a play from loses the football. The scramble is on.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the move now. Going to try to use his legs here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. He hands it off from the gun. He's past the marker and still going. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Too much speed for the defense.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Toss play to the outside. 0 running route. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Those That's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Tries the right with a quick throw, and it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Wide open downfield. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Volunteers have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back. Going to scramble now. The offense will take their first time out of the half. The talk strategy here.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Caught by the receiver. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. So with blowout pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's can find a way to stop that. The Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they'll stop him short of the line of game.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. It's a run. Running back's got it. Past the 30. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Keeping it on the ground here. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Second down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the catch. He make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Locates the tight end. He's complete. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Balls.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to put it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback on the start of the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Tucker. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
When the defense sits back in a zone coverage, good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Second and 10 here. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. Extending the play now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Breaks into the clear. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it. It gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Eludes a tackle. Has the first down and more. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking to scramble. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot, ball is incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On the move now. Contact as he threw it. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Motion now from the tight end. They'll run it here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. It's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. But a quick stop by the defense. He just cues, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. And it's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's going to pull it down and run. It's a fumble. The defense has got it. Breaks into open space. They get him down, but the takeaway and the return, a huge play to set up the offense here.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vols hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football.
Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. He's in the clear. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. Now, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
After the big gainer, suddenly a great chance to score. First and goal from the 3. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. Going for the end zone, running it right up the gut. No stopping him on that line. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Quick throw. The catch is made. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Short connection to the tight end here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Can he make it to the marker? And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Tucker. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. There was no catching him in time.
Man, this defensive coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
Point after, knocked right through. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. Working clock with the ground game.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Third and short, to try to pick it up on the ground. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The ball is with 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Ball handed off. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. So contact on the throw. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
He gets loose. They bring him down to the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Man, we know this guy can spin it, but you can't forget about his wheels, too. That's another first down for this offense, and they are feeling it.
The Volunteers move into the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Touchdown, Volunteers. This offense really clicking.
You know, this head coach coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
Tennessee, 56, Michigan, 35.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Michigan offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. On 1st and 10 here, we're going to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. The ball is picked off. He could go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vols. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for a late deep shot. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advanced.